and fro, and tell me what street compares with Mott Street in July. Sweet pushcars gently glide by. The city is a wondrous joy, just made for a girl and boy. We'll turn Manhattan into an art of joy. We'll turn Manhattan into an art of
Wala
Thank
akong
you.
type.
Not giving interviews. She's pretty shy, a bit like me.
Lublog.
And
Hayaan mo na, hayaan mo na.
And so in my research, I found that there was a lot of contradiction in what she would say. And so in fact, it's still not exactly clear how her mum died. To run with car accident at this point. And so she moved in with her aunt in Harlem. And not long afterwards, Joseph Da Silva also passed away. And then the half-sister moved in with aunt as well. And that really had a big effect on Ella, and her grades started slipping. She was in Harlem, a really difficult place to live, particularly, you're talking the mid to late 30s, so those of you good with history know it's sort of depression time. And in fact, she dropped out of school, and she started being a messenger runner for the mafia.
Oh.
I know, how cool is that? So, gangster. And so how interesting is that? So, look, I was looking for an excuse. I must tell you, all of the songs that I've chosen to do for you tonight are from an album that, and I'll tell more about the album later, but it's an album that I was introduced to when I was at uni. And, there's so many beautiful songs that she did that it's really hard to kind of narrow it down. So I thought, right, I'll stick to the album. Well, there's one song on there I just don't like it. Not because I got excited. Not because of Ella, but because it is a song called Mac the Knife, and I'm sure you would have all heard the name of it if nothing else. But Mac the Knife was written for a play called The Threepenny Opera by Kurt Weill and Bertolt Brecht. Now, I can just see Ryan glinting in his eyes here because I teach Bertolt Brecht at school. I'm a huge fan, but not of the music. The music's actually because it's storytelling. So Mac the Knife is actually, and The Threepenny Opera is actually a play about gangsters running casinos, running illegal, grog running and brothels and things like that. So it sort of kind of links, doesn't it, with Ella and her life, and then linking into this. And so I thought, right, okay, I'll give Mac the Knife a lash. But forgive me in advance, and forgive me, I'm saying this to the boys because I do this every time. I get lost in the words and I forget the words. And in fact, Ella Fitzgerald, the version that's on this CD, she forgot the words. But she's way cleverer than me, but we'll see what happens. It worked earlier, didn't it, guys? But we'll just see what happens this time. Go for it. And,
Nakuha mo tubig.
Oh, the sharp hat, really teeth in, and he shows them very white. Just a jackknife, all has been beat, and he keeps it out of sight.
Alin? Itong juice, tubig.
It's teeth in, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy clubs though, where's all that heat? But there's not a trace of red on the sidewalk Sunday morning. excuse me, such a great job. Yes, they were singing, make them
Clever.
So my days at uni, not that long ago, I was really blessed. My course actually isn't running anymore, which is really sad. And I reckon that's because I was so blessed.
Pwede
One
mo
of my
pala siyang
lecturers
invite
was a
sa
guy
Dibo
named Frank
pakantahin
Ford.
natin.
And I don't know if some people know who Frank Ford is, but put it this way, we wouldn't have a Fringe and we wouldn't have a cabaret festival if it weren't for Frank Ford. He's the guy that imagined it all up, developed it, created it. He was an amazing man, very beautiful guy, and bless him. And we had, I remember one night I was here, so I think Luke had been born and I was having a mum's escape. Annie, you'll get to do one of those one day. And I had an escape weekend with my friends, and we went into a place called the Kit Kat Club. They weren't going to let us in because everyone else in my group, apart from me, had been drinking too much. And we went in and it was an ABBA cover band, if you don't mind. And we had a great time, and Frank was there, and I hadn't seen him for, about 7 or 8 years. And it was so lovely to see him, and that was the last time I saw him. But yeah, thank you to Frank. But in my third year at uni, we had a unit of work where we had to be a director, like we directed our own plays, and I did something very family-oriented. I don't know if Mum remembers it. But one of my friends did a play called the Torch Song Trilogy, and I got to play the part of the torch singer. And my friend Adrian, who was going to be with us, and I went to school with Adrian, so Mary, Adrian and I've got some pretty good stories to tell about it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so my friend Adrian was playing the piano for me that night, or those few times. But he was the one who really introduced me to Ella. He was doing music at the uni at the time, so I got to know a lot of jazz musician students as well. And so this was one of the songs, and when I got to play this part, they made me a beautiful dress. My friend made me a beautiful dress. So I dedicate this to Adrian, who is, thankfully, he's been, I don't like to say battling, but he's conquered cancer, but he was just a little bit too unwell to make it this time, and his chemo but thank you Lord, he's just, he's fine. But the girl who made the dress actually passed away Christmas Day. So to Christina, to Adrian, and to Frank, I dedicate this song. And this song is almost like, I'll leave it with you. I'll leave it with you. From this moment on, you find me, dear, only 2:14, dear. From this moment on. that song, yeah, I don't even know what I want to say about it now. I'm having all these flashbacks of time at uni, and you know, Ella Fitzgerald was, you know, one of these women that would take you somewhere. I don't know about you guys, but when I listen to her music, she just takes me somewhere, and that song takes me back to my uni days and how much fun it was. Because the Fringe was nowhere near as big as what it is now, so I can't encourage you enough to get out and support, like Charlie next weekend, and John's here now as well, he's playing that as well, and all the other Fringe that's happening around the place. It's so great that it's coming this far. I worked on the Fringe actually in my 4th year. I was assistant to the director of the Fringe at the time, and it was so much smaller than what it is now. It's way more exciting, so if you can get there. I know, like I'm looking at Nettie and Wanda, they go to WOMAD and those sorts of things, which is fantastic as well. We're so lucky in this state. Anyway. I get a bit excited, don't ask less. I talk almost as much as you, don't I? Speaking of taking you somewhere, I forgot the name of it again. Oh, Shawshank Redemption. Have you seen that film? No, it's Shawshank Redemption, I reckon. Is it? No, it's The Green Mile, you're right. I hate it when Bill gets it right. I can tell when it's Stephen because it happens so infrequently. Sorry. I love you, Stephen. Yeah, I'm not getting a good coffee with Brian. You're right, it's The Green Mile. So remember in The Green Mile, those of you who've seen it, that beautiful man is going to be put to death, and they say, what do you want? He says, I've never seen me a flicker show. And it's the most beautiful moment with him sitting there looking at Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers on the screen, dancing to cheek. Have you picked up what I'm putting down now? Yeah, you know, because you looked ahead in the program. But it is a beautiful moment, and a lot of the songs, like this one, which is an Irving Berlin one, comes from musicals and comes from these fantastic, you know, plays and albums, and so we're going to have a bit of a go. Now, this one's from the motion picture Top Hat. Thanks. But it's in it.
Lagyan mo, no?
Stephen Campbell. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see. Wherever I together dancing cheek to cheek, when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Out together,
Tulog na.
dancing cheek to cheek.
Cheek to cheek.
Just going to find some a little bit more information to share with you about Ella. So, how she got discovered was that she went to Harlem one day at the Apollo Theatre, where they used to have a regular amateur night, and you won something like $12, which was a lot of money back then, if you think the 1930s. And she was about to get up on stage. She was the next act, and she was going to dance. That's what she was going to do. And the people that were on, and she freaked out, and so she decided, well, look, who was a band leader, and back in the 30s, even right up through into the 60s, the big jazz bands were so you know, like we've got, who was saying they're going to Ed Sheeran, or Father Brian's going to Sheeran. But you know, so you had these, and the singer was really the highlight. It was always the band leader, and so you know, you had your Chick Webb, you know, Tommy Dorsey, all of those sorts of guys. And so Chick Webb, they employed Ella. She was underage, so they had to get permission, and he basically adopted her, not legally, but certainly looked after her. Back then, you know, the bands would play and they were amazing, and then the singer would come up and do one and then go and sit down again. Sounds all right. So when you get up and sing, because you feel beautiful, and she certainly, and even she ended up with diabetes, and she had both legs and in life, and she had the 70s or the 60s, had these really big little glasses. Right, because there's no way, you know, like people are allowed in, you know. He said if she can't go and sit and eat in the main room, Ella was fine. So what an amazing man he must have been. And I think in another life I might research him a little bit. Okay, I'll shut up now. Shut up. Look, Stephen's going to sleep. But this is another song by Ray Noble. He wrote quite a few of the songs that Ella would sing. The very thought of you, and I'd forget to do the little ordinary things that everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream. Seem to be, that's everything. The mere idea of you your face in every flower, your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love. I see your face in every flower, your eyes and stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love. I'm sure she would sing that to a guy called Ray Brown, who she met in Chick Webb's band and married, and they adopted a boy, and Ray Brown Jr. And that's the only child that Ella had. Unfortunately, their marriage didn't last because Ella was also a workaholic. And in fact, you'll notice that a lot of the songs that we're doing tonight were recorded in 1956. Well, in 1956, broke down, but they did remain really good friends all along, which is really nice. One of the things that Ella didn't often do was write, and but she did always, from a young girl, and yeah, just get a task. It shows the childlike nature of her, really, doesn't it? I'll get my music ready. I love this song. And a tasket, a green and yellow basket. Brought my basket for my mama. On the way I dropped it. Yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girl picked it up and put it in her pocket. She was running on down the avenue. Not a single thing. All around, she spotted all around. She took it, my little yellow basket. And if she doesn't bring it back, I think that I might die. A tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I brought a basket for my mama, and on the way I dropped it. I dropped it. Yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girl picked it up, put it in her pocket. She was running on down the avenue, not a single thing to do. She was pecking all around, and then she slided on the ground. She took it, a little yellow basket. I kept trying to think, how am I going to get in Shabruce number, whatever number it is, Tomo, that we talk about at school. Yeah, there's an icon. Was it orange, blue, 1, 2, 3, or whatever it's called? Yeah. Now, oddly enough, Ella performed that in an Abbott and Costello film. Go figure. As I said before, she could sing the phone book. And, you know, she didn't die until 1996, and so she went through and would have seen such a change in music. from the big band era to when singers really started coming to the forefront. And so she would have sung a lot of styles of music. And going through her list, oh my goodness, that woman, she did so many different songs. So we thought we'd take one of her songs and we'd do it a little bit differently tonight. So we're going to do I've Got You Under My Skin as a blossom. And then Paul gets to show off too. Stories I've told you and what I haven't. So my dad, Wayne, he wasn't really into jazz, but he did introduce me to this next song, and it's one of my favourites, one of my top 5 other songs. In fact, it's one of my favourites of all time. But those of you who are music teachers in the room would know that you put on music notes. It only ever shows you the first 2 pages, and then you've got to buy the rest before you see the rest of the arrangements. Because I tried to do the right thing and I paid for the arrangements. And this one really surprised us. It's a beautiful arrangement. It's an Errol Garner song, Misty, and yeah, it's one of my absolute favourites. So I dedicate this one to Dad because this was one that he introduced me to.
Sino pala yung dad niya? Sino yung dad niya?
misty the moment you're near. Can't you say that I'm leading you on? 'Cause that's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own. Could I wander through this wonderland alone? Throwing my hat foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. I'm too misty and too much in love.
Ulok, baby.
I got so lost I forgot what I was doing. Sorry. One second. Oh, thank you. It's my niece. Gosh. This is a bit of fun for Paul and I. We get to have a bit of fun. So I know the boy. Like the beat, beat, beat in the tom-tom, when the jungle shadows fall, when the drip, drip, drip of the raindrops, when the summer's snowing through, when the drip of the raindrops, when the summer's snowing through, there's a voice inside me, keeps repeating, you, night and day, you are the one. Under the sun,
Magalaw.
it don't matter, darling, where you are. Night and day, why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? The roaring traffic in the times of my lonely room, I think of you night and day, day and night. Under the highway, there's all such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and it's torment for me through. Hey, feeling poorly? Not remembered? Obviously, this song's written as an instrumental, but they wax and it's a bit like there's a few other songs around that you get Glenn Miller songs that were actually written as instrumentals that they wrote words for. But this one's on the album. I'm sorry, Paulie, we're going to do it. Oh, that's Caravan. Someone's going to do it. Can't think of anyone better.
Woo!
Hold yourself down, Hannah. Night and starry shine so bright. The mystery of the fading light that shines upon the sleep around your shoulders and free. Across the center of the beat. This memory of the this is so exciting. You are so exciting. Resting in my heart as we thrill to the magic show. You and so the bubble shines so bright. The mystery of the daylight. That's all the on our shoulders as we free. Across the sands that I see. The memory of the
Yeah, when I dance, I'm in Caravan, sabi niya.
How blessed am I? I hope you guys all know who these amazing musicians are behind me. Stephen Campbell, I think, is entrenched in music. Well, if your kids haven't been taught by him, you've probably been taught by him. Stephen Campbell here on bass. He's my brother to another mother. And Paul Bagman, the best percussionist I've ever heard. So, and what Bill Canister doesn't know about music is not worth knowing. Bill Canister. We're nearly at the end. Thank you so much. I've got 2 songs for you. One is my absolute favourite, and I'll probably disappear again, and I apologise. But you know, come with me, please. And thank you again so much for your support, for your love. I've got lots of my really close friends here, and I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for sticking around tonight. And please make sure you drink all of Tony's wine because he'll love you for it. Funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile
Thank you, Ate Sunny.
with my heart. Your looks are laughable,
Ang galaw niya.
unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than green? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smile? But don't change a hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Is your figure less than green? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Thank you so much. We can't leave you going on the way home. So So we're going to pick it up a bit. This song, Frank Sinatra was probably more famous for doing it, but I reckon a sassy lady like Ella Fitzgerald did it justice. And please feel free to join in. And that is The Ladies of Tramp. I don't even know why I'm going to look at the music because I can't see it anyway. I've rhymed and dined on mulligans too. Never wish for turkey as I bitched and blinked and dipped into fate to Albuquerque. Alas, I missed the Beaux-Arts boat and walked twice as sad. I was never at a party where they honored no cat, but social circles spin too fast for me. My whole Bohemia is the place to be. I'm getting too hungry for dinner at 8. I'm going to theater that never go away. I never bothered people I hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. I'm going to ball games and never afterwards. I'm gonna run home in errands and earth. Won't ditch the dirt when the rest of the girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. I like the free, fresh wind in my hair. Like when I care. I'm broke. It's up. Hey California, it's cold and it's sad. That's why the lady is a tramp. Won't go to Coney, the beach is divine. Won't go to ball games, the bleachers are fine. I follow his show every night. That's why the lady is a tramp. I like the free, fresh wind in my hair. Like with a care. I'm broke. California, it's cold and it all fucking change. That's why the lady is a tramp. Stephen Campbell. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just before you go, thank you.
You like that? Yeah. Tara na, kuha mo yung bag ko. Uwi na tayo? Ano? Paupo doon. Saka doon. Can you get my bag? Keep it loud and clear. Sorry.
Want a photo with the star?
Tara na. Naka-live ka naman eh. Tara na. Ay, ang ganda view. Oh yeah. Can we go there? No? Hello?
Hello, how you going?
I'm good, good. Thank you.
Yeah, that was amazing. Is this a little sister or is this your mum?
Yes, little brother.
Little brother. Wow. Not long.
Friday.
Friday last week. Or this Friday coming.
This Friday.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
So we know you're going to have a Caesar, are you? Or, yeah. Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do you want me to take a photo of you both?
No, I'm alright. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gusto mo ng picture kay Mrs. Marcy?
No.
Tara na. Sayang di nila nakita yung view kanina. That's the view before. Sayang, hindi ko nakita.
Bakit? Kanina.
Sa live, hindi ko masyado na ano yung view kanina kasi 'di ba? Pumasok tayo. So thank you everyone.
She might do it again.
Thank you everyone for watching the live at the Ella, the Essential Ella with my daughter Denise.
With my drama teacher, Miss Mark.
With Tutoy in my belly. Bye everyone. Say bye.
Bye!
We're in Boston Winery. Kaso hindi makita yung winery kasi nga madilim na.
It's okay, Mommy. Baka next year.
I should go to the toilet first.
Oh, okay. Go to the toilet.
Let's go back in.
Oh, Mommy, cancel na.
Bye everyone. Okay.